Previously on Raider Power, Texas Tech basketball.
The best part of my day is when I get to put a pair of tennis shoes on and go between the lines and physically be with the fellas and become a teacher. And it's a game that I grew up in Kentucky, and I just love to this day. And you know, watching guys develop from the first day to the last day, or the freshman year to the senior. Guys, wait late coming off that single screen. Wait, never gonna get open.
Coach is an intense guy. Coach Kidder's a very intense guy, as all our coaches are, but he's a great veteran. He'll probably be in the Hall of Fame as a junior college coach. He's won over 400 games in a national championship, and everyone loves him.
Brings a lot of passion to the coaching staff and the whole team. So we love that about him. We couldn't do half the stuff we do without him. So just really appreciate all the work he's put in.
That's it. Attaboy, Jake. Good job, JT. You know, I've learned from great coaches, and even from Coach Gillespie, and you know, having my own philosophy about different things. And I just think you got to be excited to play the game of basketball.
Keep him off the boards. Keep 21 off the boards. Averaging 5 offensive rebounds per game.
Our 3 assistants, Coach Walker, Coach Jennings, and Coach Kidder, they do as good a job as anyone I've ever seen in scouting our opponents.
Defensive tendencies. They're man-to-man for the most part.
It is a test, and that's what you want to do. And it's our job to make sure that they know what's going to be on the test. And that's, again, the scouting report and us being able to teach and having an ability to teach and communicate. You know, if you could teach, that's okay, but if you can really communicate and teach, then you're special.
Teach to the game offensively. Take care of the basketball. Don't turn that thing over, because if you do, they're athletic and they're pushing it right down your throat. Not a good thing.
It's a very, very thorough situation. We're going to try to be able to reach the players as well as we can. And for us to be able to do that, we have to be good teachers, but we also have to understand who we're teaching.
Let's get after it, man. Let's get to work. All right, we're going to get to work and win tonight. Let's compete. Let's go. Compete on 3. 1, 2, 3. Compete!
What's your name?
Blake.
TG. Nice to meet you.
I think it's really special for our players to get a chance to get out in the community and sign autographs and have little kids looking up to them. And that's part of it that goes along with being an athlete. There's always little eyes on you, and our players have to be aware of that when they're out in the community and doing the things that they do.
You going to be in the free throw contest today? You going to win it or what? Just playing?
Seem pretty confident.
Yep.
Got it on lock. I remember when I was, looking up to like people that just in high school. They were like the celebrities, and just to sign something for a kid and put a smile on their face. That's always great.
There you go, man. Bean.
You know, when our players talk to these kids, there's no telling, you know, how tight a kid's going to hang on to what our players say and how much it's going to motivate them to be a basketball player. You know, they may go home and start practicing, you know, that very day and thinking, hey, I want to be a Red Raider like Jay Crockett or Jordan Tolbert.
I remember when I was small and I used to look up to people, but I just want to be positive and just do as much as I can to lead people in the right direction.
And, you know, I've always told guys, you never know that one instance when you meet someone, it might be the day you don't feel good. It might be the day you had the worst news in the world, but that may be the only time that person had a chance to be exposed to Texas Tech basketball, and they may carry that with them. So you always got to keep that in mind and act the right way and be a great ambassador for our program.
Is this yours? Good luck. Thank you.
It's a gift from God to be able to do what you're doing. So give back to people, and people are excited to meet you. You know, and that's a lot of power. I tell guys all the time it's like a superhero who has a lot of power and he decides to do it for evil. That's not good. It's the same thing with an athlete who decides not to be a nice guy when people idolize him, you know? And that's what Coach tells these guys every day. We are all lucky. coaches included. We're all lucky to be here. Let's do something great with it. You know, forget about wins and losses. Let's do something great so people can love us, you know, absent of the basketball stuff. Love us as people and not just as players.
There you go, man. Good luck.
Our guys have been by far the best group I've ever been around. I think that we've had a very, very organized and great effort as far as trying to get in the community and doing things like that, because it's going to make a difference in someone's life. And I think that's the most important thing for all of us, is try to make a difference in someone's life every single day.
It's a great feeling. And obviously that comes from our head coach. You know, those type of things of saying, hey guys, you have to give back. You know, you constantly have to give. That's the only way you become great, is that you learn how to give of yourself.
You never know how you're going to touch someone. You never know what impact you're going to have when you have the ability as a college basketball player to go out and sign some autographs for some young people.
Now I see how much it means to little kids when you do the simple things like just showing up or signing autographs. It means a lot to them. So now I know to like take advantage of it more and to take pride in making their day a little better.
I think we've done a really good job in that, and the reason we've done a really good job is we have really good people in our program. And our guys have been so good and so willing, and I think they've really enjoyed, and I think they've learned a lot about how much impact they can make on other people. And I think that it also brings to the point that, hey, we're pretty lucky. You know, hey, the results that we've had so far this season, we've got a lot of the season left, haven't been exactly what we wanted. But we're going to keep on fighting this thing to the end, and no matter what, you know, we're going to do what we need to do in the community and on our own campus.
Join me in giving them a hand. Appreciate them coming out and making this a special event.
I think it's really great for our kids to get out in the community and to connect with the people in the community. I think that's a great thing for our school.
We are going to promote the game. We are going to promote Texas Tech. We are going to promote ourselves in a positive fashion, and so that's a big victory in itself.
Thank you.
Let's go. All right, let's go. Guys, we had a good day yesterday. It's going to be a hopefully short one today. We got to have everybody with the right frame of mind. Well, I think you have to have the right frame of mind in everything you do. I think that when you get up in the morning, you could choose to have a really good attitude, or you could choose to have a really poor attitude. All of them are winnable if you approach them the right way. Let's go to work. Let's go. We talk about it all the time. Let's have the right frame of mind. Hopefully, we've already mentally prepared ourselves for this practice, and this is going to go great. Hey, guys, let's everybody be sharp. Moving, anticipating. Let's go.
Talk and hit each other today. Let's go. Work on three. 1, 2, 3, work!
I love practice. You know, this team, you know, with so many new players, they're all coming in, and with a new coach, they're all coming in. No matter where they came from or how well they've been coached in the past, it's different. And so you're trying to mesh a lot of different guys. You have a new coaching staff, you have new players, and so this team has been an okay practice team. Good, zigzag, good catch, by the way. That's a good catch, here we go. Hands out and move. Hands out and move, let's go. They've tried hard, but not the greatest practice team that I've ever been around, but that never usually happens in the first year. It usually happens in the second year and then the years after that, but they've tried very, very hard. Get the very first one. Go after the ball anyway. Go after the ball. He may not go to the glass. Go after the ball.
I think Coach Gillespie comes out every day with a real goal in mind to help our team improve. He's got great intensity, and he wants the players to have that same kind of intensity. And he wants them just to develop and to be a better player every single day.
Not talking enough, Tolbert. You got to talk, guys. You got to talk. Let's go.
He wants us to practice hard, be disciplined, do everything 100% the whole time. You know, take no breaks off every day.
Not talking enough, Tolbert. Let's go. Run that. That's a soft pass. Let's go.
Coach is very intense. He's definitely a believer in perfect practice makes perfect. You know, he's on everything from sprinting to one spot to the other, even in, you know, drills from every pass. I mean, he's a firm believer that every little thing leads to victory.
Let's do it very aggressively. Got to get it. This is a loose ball. Y'all are staying right there on the block. All right? Go after the ball if I throw it your way, but you got to shield him with your body. Go to him with your body first. Get the loose ball. Snatch it with 2 hands and get out of the way. Here we go. Play it. Gotta have it. Play it. I do love practice. It's I think any coach would probably tell you, you get an opportunity to teach, get a chance to motivate.
You got to go after the ball, Lou. You're just reaching for it. You're not going to get it reaching for it. You have to move your feet. You got to move your feet.
You get a chance to see guys really improving, but if they do like to practice hard and if they do like to approach it the right way, and to me, that is a very fun part of the time of the day.
Both hands, play it. Play it. Got to have the loose ball. Got to have the loose ball. Got to have the loose ball. Play it. We need a defender on both the guys. I'm playing him right here. I'm going to let him catch, but I'm down like this. Then I'm going to let him catch. All right? And then as soon as he catches it, you got to go over the top of it. I got to help as much as I can.
Coach is going to try to develop them and bring them along where they have a chance to play on the floor. And if they're making our team successful, then they'll have a chance. And if they're not, then and they're not doing what Coach says, then they won't get that opportunity.
Don't hand it off. It's going to be a turnover. Guys, you got to guard the handoff right. Let's go. Play it. Play it. Play it. Play it. Good. 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 Here we go. Play it.
But he's always pushing. You know, if you show him any type of signs of improvement, he's going to push you to get more. And that's the best thing about him. He can get the most out of any player, you know, and then that starts in practice every day.
Not good enough. That's not good enough. Let's go. A mistake's made. Let's go.
Well, Coach is a very straight shooter. He's going to let them know exactly what they need to do and what they need to work on to get a chance to get on the floor.
Guys, you got to get back to that guy quicker, Biggie. Petaway, you didn't try to get back to him quick enough. Let's go. Get back to him. Good.
Well, I mean, that's the only way I know how to be. Whether it's in basketball or life or whatever, I'm going to be honest. And honest sometimes sounds hard. It sounds abrasive sometimes. It sounds a lot of different things. But in the end run, it all comes back to, I think that's the best approach to take.
Neither one of you paid attention. That's what happens. You don't pay attention. You're not alert. You don't anticipate.
Anticipating in life. I mean, you have to anticipate. I don't think any of us that have had any success in any walk of life, in anything that we do, just get up in the morning and have no plan.
Nobody's going to guard him. Stop. Nobody's going to stop. Nobody's going to guard him. I tell you to anticipate, be alert, and you're standing over there on the side watching. Where should you be?
I think you have to have a big picture, but be very focused on the every single moment. As a basketball player, I think that you have to be thinking ahead.
You got to be back, but you got to be anticipating where the next pass is going to go. Can't just stand there and watch. We got to cover this. We got to cover this right here. We got to cover it. We got to have pressure on the ball. We got to sprint. We got to sprint back. We got to move.
So he's very good at letting them know, hey, we got to get better at this. We got to get better at that. This is what you're good at. This is what you're not good at. And let's work on those things so we can become a better team.
It's great because, I mean, you have fans or your mom telling you you're doing this good, this and that, and he'll just, I mean, he's going to be 100% truth with you the whole time, so you know, like, what you need to do better and what you are doing good.
If 32's got inside position, you got to have to push him under the basket. You got to fight.
He knows, like, what I need to be doing right and what I am doing right. I mean, when he tells me to do something, I take it serious and I go and work on that.
The greatest thing anybody can give you is the truth. And he's a firm believer in that. And they need honesty because some of these kids, because of the culture, the AAU culture, they've always been told how good they are.
Cover the basket and cover the shooter. It's hard. You got to do it, though. Sprint. Sprint. Know who you're guarding.
And they've never been told about their weaknesses. But when you get to this level, you know, college coaches are very good at exploiting weaknesses. And kids have to raise their level, you know, raise their intensity, you know, raise their basketball IQ.
And then you're going to try to get around with your hands. You got to have your hands up to keep from getting a foul called on you right there.
That's helped me a lot as far as trust, as far as knowing somebody that I can trust that'll always be honest with me and never let me slack off, ever. It's on me hard every day because you want me to be the best I can be.
That ain't good enough, Tolbert. That's a good rebounder there, too. That's not good enough what you just did. You got to go opposite. You got to know the ball's going to miss. If it's missing, it's going opposite. Let's go. Here we go.
I'm never going to get away from being honest. I think that's the reason that the players that we've had have always really improved dramatically. Because if you got something wrong, if you go to the doctor and you get diagnosed with something, do you want your doctor telling you the truth, or do you want him telling you something that you want to hear?
Help him, help him, help him, help him, Bean, help him, Bean.
I look at it like that. I'm not saying I'm the doctor or anything like that, but in practice, basketball is a game of imperfection, and it's a game of mistakes. And so you have to correct those mistakes individually, but also as a team to have the best chance to improve as a player and improve as a team.
Good finish, Ron.
Throw it to him. We're going to hit this guy right here. All right, we're going to hit this guy right here. On the double, we're staying high. As soon as he gets it, he's driving it as hard as he can. All the great coaches that I know have a real strong desire to do very well in practice. And again, coaches are teachers, and you have to be able to communicate, and you have to be able to use the right voice on a particular day, depending on what might have happened yesterday with your team or what might have happened that morning with your team in class. Who knows? There's a million things going on. They're going to take that ball from you. You better be strong with the ball. Every single coach that I know has the highest regard for getting prepared for practice, being very organized in practice, having a very intense practice, and then turning that into wins and losses, or wins actually when you have the best kind of practice, when you have the right players.
Jump to the ball. Stop, stop. Did you call the back door, the back screen? Get over there and help him on that.
Coach is a high school basketball coach at heart. You know, coach is the guy that drove the buses, you know, the guy that taught the physical education class, a guy that, you know, taped the ankles. So that's always in the core of him. So he plays every possession, he coaches every play like it's his last.
Play it, let's go, play it, let's go. Play it, take it over there, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Whenever we step on the court, he's enthusiastic about being there. And I think that's important. That's why he's so demanding. He really works very hard to make them understand and impress the same thing upon him. We're all very lucky to be here. Let's make sure we work as hard as we can to stay here.
Tolbert, stepping them up, step them up, step them up, step them up. They're going to be on the high side. Create some space. Point your toes to the passer. Quit hiding behind like this. Point your toes to the passer. We got to have a stop right here, guys. Let's go.
He's a competitor. I think he's one of the fiercest competitors it is as a coach.
He's so competitive, and he's won places. Like, what he does works. So, we just have to buy in and listen to what he's saying. And then we will succeed that way.
All right, play it. X, play it. Play it from here. Play it from here.
Coach Gillespie's a real intense competitor, and he's demanding in a way of, if you call demanding, making sure you do things right. If you go hard every time and you listen, then that's his demand right there, that they go hard every single time, and that they listen to what he says and try to do what he says.
As hard as you can. So that means where he's going to be if you don't get it. He's going to be right here. All right? So the ball's thrown back this way. He was right here.
I think coaches are very rarely concerned with what's happening right now. I really think that coaches are so concerned, and the most concerned with what's going to happen in the future. And so I think that as a coach, you may need to draw attention to a negative play more so for the future than really what happened in the past, because you don't want to see it repeated.
Guys, be ready. If we reverse that ball, be ready to drive it into a gap. Tolbert, move your feet. Quit holding with your upper body on the X. If we get it to the short corner, it should be wide open for a shot, or our seal right there if the big guy comes out. Let's go.
If you were a parent, would you want it any other way? Wouldn't you want someone like that teaching your own children? Because that's, in effect, that's what we're doing. We're teaching them to be men. We're teaching them to be fathers one day, not to take shortcuts. Every single lesson you learn on the court can be applied off the court.
If I was a real good shooter, I'd figure out how to be by far the best screener and make sure that the guy cut off of it, because I'm going to be open every time. A good screener with a good cutter is open every time.
I don't get upset about too many things unless it's involving effort, or if it's involving not thinking the way you should be thinking as a smart basketball player. And so sometimes you've been to practice, and there's been some days that have been better than others for the players and also for the coach. And but the quicker that you can correct something and move on and put it in the past, I think, whether it's a coach, whether it's a player, or just anything in life, basically, I think we're all going to be better off. If we rebound the ball, we're going to win. Or if we rebound it, we're going to win.
Let's go. Family on three. 1, 2, 3.
Good job today. Way to go.